Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today I've come back down to Suffolk, currently here at Minsmere RSPB Nature Reserve. Came down here last year, spent a day here. This was before I even set up any YouTube channel or got into wildlife photography, had a walk round. Anyway, I'm back here for a few days. So Minsmere today and tomorrow, and this evening I'm going to a sunken hide to do some night wildlife photography. So that'll be in a separate video. Anyway, I've come down, it is 7:30 in the morning and we're here at the island hide. Now hopefully we might get a chance to see something like kingfishers, the bearded tits, bitterns, cormorants, whatever may turn up. So looking forward to a cracking morning. Spend most of the day here today. Going to have to leave early because I've got to get down to the sunken hide tonight. But we're back again tomorrow. I'm going to do a late evening tomorrow evening down at the hides here at Minsmere. So without further ado, I'm going to get my camera out, get settled in and see what turns up. Okay, so I've now come to the Canopy hide here at Minsmere Nature Reserve. Spent a couple of hours at the island hide this morning. Absolutely fantastic. Very few photos, but saw, what do we see? Sort of marsh harriers, kingfishers, Setti's warbler, the bearded tits, cormorants, just to name a few. But yeah, fantastic to see. Photographic opportunities slim and far between, but hopefully through the day we'll manage to get some decent pics. And it's like one of those days when you're going around and you're exploring a new area, and it just takes that one moment, that one picture to make the entire day worth it. So fingers crossed, that's what I'm hoping for. But we're going to spend half an hour here now just up in the Canopy hide, which is quite high up, looking at some trees. I'll show you what it looks like out here. So this is the view we have out the canopy. So fingers crossed something will come in and land on one of these trees. So it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now here at Minsmere RSPB, and everything's gone quiet as you would expect. Reeds are quiet, waterways are quiet, but quite an eventful morning. We moved from the island hide to the tower hide. It's not called the tower hide, Canopy hide. And then we went to East Hide, South Hide, etc. Ended up at the South Hide quite a while, and managed to see a kingfisher came in and landed on one of the perches. That was really nice to see. Loads of other ducks and birds from avocets, sandpipers, shovelers, all sorts going on. There'll be some birds that I don't even know, absolutely fine. I'll have to sort of look them up or just put them there for you to see. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day here, day one here at Minsmere. We're going to return tomorrow because I need to get back, get freshened up, as I'm going to board the hall this evening to photograph some wildlife in a sunken hide. So that may be in this video, or I may put it on a separate video. But anyway, for now, here's some pictures and photos, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Good morning and welcome back to Minsmere. So yesterday had a fantastic day here. I was at Bawdsey Hall last night photographing the monkjats and badgers and owls in the sunken hide. That was fantastic. Back here at Minsmere RSPB this morning, and starting off really early here at 7 o'clock, hopefully trying to photograph some of the water voles here. Apparently they've got about around 6 or 9, they're not too sure, but around that many. So hoping to get some shots of them feeding this morning before heading off further into the reserve to see what birds and other animals we can find. So stay with me as we walk round Minsmere. Well, what a fantastic morning I've had this morning over at the pond here at RSPB Minsmere. We got here at 7 o'clock this morning hoping to see the water voles, but they didn't make an appearance for about 2.5 hours. Waited and waited and waited, and eventually one popped out, and then another, and then another, and then a grass snake, and then another. So yeah, it was for about 45 minutes, it was relentless, just water voles running around everywhere. Got some amazing pictures and amazing photos of these little creatures that are on this red list. Endangered species are the water voles, and they have some grass snakes here, and apparently there's a pretty big one, a mother, and it's just had some young. I think they're only a few weeks old, these water voles at the moment, and this grass snake, the big one, has eaten a couple of the smaller water voles. So there's only, I think, 7 out of the 9 left at the moment, but they are in a pretty protected environment. So the only sort of predator is the grass snake, so the young just have to survive long enough to outgrow the grass snakes. But we're going to go down to another hide now, the island hide, see what's down there. It's another glorious day here today. It's going to cloud over later, which is quite a good thing. It's a bit bright in some of the hides, but we're going to stay here till late and head home tomorrow. But for now, here's some pictures and videos of these amazing water voles that look like miniature beavers. So whilst I was waiting this morning for 2.5 hours for these water voles to appear, I took the opportunity to photograph some of the dragonflies.
Sort of sat down on the decking, doing manual focus, just focusing on the dragonfly. The reason for manual focus was just simply because they were just moving around and trying to lock focus. By the time I'd managed to lock the focus and start the videoing or photos, they'd already moved off. So I did some high-speed photography, some high-speed videography, and shooting at 100 frames per second. And even when you're shooting at 100 frames a second, the beating of the wings of the dragonfly is still fast, as you can see here. But what a fantastic sort of couple of hours I had this morning photographing these dragonflies. Absolutely wonderful. Well, we've just spent an hour here at the Island Hide, RSPB Minsmere. Not a lot going on. It's a bit late in the day, 11 o'clock. So yeah, the sun's high up in the eye. It's in the sky. It's very bright. However, I did manage to capture a bittern flying away from me. So I've got a picture of a bitten's bum and a hobby in the air. But that was too far away to photograph. Anyway, we're going to have a wander around. Not sure what we're going to do, probably just visit a couple of hides, but then we're going to break for lunch and come back later this afternoon when it starts to cool down a little bit, and hopefully get to see some birds this evening. So I'm going to carry on and get some food. Okay everyone, absolutely fantastic few days I've had here down in Suffolk.
Came down here to the RSPB Minsmere Nature Reserve. Had a couple of days here, absolutely fantastic. Seen so much wildlife. It's been an absolute pleasure to be here. And then obviously last night I was at Bawdsey Hall, spent 5 hours down at the Sunken Hide there. I may include that in this video, so if I have, you'll have seen it. If not, it will come either before or after this video, so you'll see it anyway. Highlight of the weekend, I don't know, the hobbies were really good to watch and see. What else? Good night last night at Bawdsey Hall, and I don't know, maybe the water voles. They were quite cute. Not really seen them before, and with them being an endangered species and being on the red list, it's nice to see so many of them, and just getting a bit of information, learning about them, knowing that they only live from 12 to 18 months, and the mother breeds, I think she breeds twice, has two kittens, sets of kits or whatever the babies are called, and then dies at 18 months. So quite a short life period for the water vole. But anyway, fantastic days here. Off to Leighton Moss next week. Hopefully going to get to see the bearded tits. That's my aim now, to go and photograph the bearded tits. And then 2 weeks from now, which may be a week from when this video comes out, I'm spending 5 days up on the Isle of Arran for the deer rut. So really looking forward to getting up onto the Isle of Arran and just photographing the deers, otters, dolphins, whatever wildlife there is up there, and I'm sure I'm going to have a fantastic 5 days up there and plenty of footage and video to share with you guys. But until next time, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all at Leighton Moss.